Chevrolet. Would you care if I showed you a video of a Chevy school bus, 3500 one-ton single rear wheel? If I told you it had a turbo, you would. What if I showed you the junk in the yard? Floor jacks, commercial cooking equipment. Let's take a walk in the backyard and see what this man has been collecting. He told me not to trip over the lawnmowers. Yep. Our man Yaki is collecting. Anybody need a meat slicer? Sharp blade. How about a conveyor belt? How about a pizza oven? Or whatever it is. Yep. Our man in Muncie is a collector. Just needs a little bit of work. Where's the scrap man when you need him? Lots of good burned out scrap. This is a big Simplicity Sun Star. Gas in the back. 20 horsepower hydrostatic drive. I just saw hydraulics. Yep. Hydraulic steering. Interesting. Who makes this? Simplicity Manufacturing Inc. Gotta put my cheaters on. Can't see a thing. Port Washington, Wisconsin, USA. Electric start. There's one with a snowblower. Could use this. Just needs a little work. Model 3314V. In the weeds. I wonder if these things have hour meters. Corvair. Shifter on the dash. What else we got? This one's got a generator the size of the engine. Do not overfill. Rotate cap tight when checking oil level. Engage declutch brake. How'd you like these, Mr. Gas Sub Wild? I'll ship them over to you in Japan. 7013 shuttle. No lawnmower deck on that one. No problem. We got one on this one. Lots of good Simplicity parts. Alice Chalmers snowblower. You could go into business with all the machines you got here. You'll get to it. Cable rotating. Wow. American manufacturing at its finest. Those were the days. Guess where they're made now. Oh, Billy, stick shift. 1, 2, 3, 4. Place rear shift lever in neutral before starting engine. Shuttle shift forward. What the heck are all these machines doing here? Uh-oh, this one's missing a few valuable parts. It's a Corvair. It's a rear engine single cylinder. For parts only. There's a snowblower that goes with the Gravely out front. It wouldn't start. The guy filled up the engine with starting fluid, filled it up, blew it up. Another rear engine Kohler Gravely. Looks like it's in its grave. Rusted. What would we call this? The barbecue lawnmower? Lined up against the fence row. One of my friends said he needed a mower for a small yard. How about this one? Is it a dethatching mower? Jammed underneath this frame for something with a snowblower attachment. Massey Ferguson. Hydra Speed. Heinz Equipment. Valati, New York. Farm, residential, lawn and garden. Lined up against the fence row. Air compressor. Snowblowers. Lawnmowers. little baby snowblowers, and a Cub Cadet. And what's this little baby size here? Look at this broad lawn, 25-inch, 5 horsepower. This looks more like a go-kart. Oh, the beauty. Having a nice deep backyard. That's what I'll have to get. House with a nice deep backyard so I can fill it up with junk. Don't run the lawnmower around this. Junk. What else we got here? This is a 6.5 turbo diesel, I'm sure of it. He's got a few of them. I need a mechanical injection one. The one that I brought back from southern New Hampshire is an electronic injection. It's a lot of work to convert it to the mechanical injection pump. But then a guy calls me up, he's got one rebuilt, and he wants to sell it to put a gas engine in. What is this? Cushman. Bent sheet metal little tractors. Nothing formed, all bent sheet metal. A little rust around the eyebrows, shades of the 50s. How many hours on this baby? 857 hours. These things are as simple as they could get. You want something bent, it just gets bent one-dimensionally. It looks like a steering wheel for a Rolls Royce from the 70s or 80s. Unless you've seen one, you wouldn't believe that's what they put on the Rolls Royces. Lots of good used junk in the garage. Is packed full of drill presses and equipment of every size and shape and description. I said, I'm doing a big roof. Just bought a roofing nailer. Why'd you bother? I just got these from the junkyard. So he gave me 4 really worn out commercial Bostitch roofing nailers. 4 of them. I'm sure they're worn out. Let's go into the annex. See what we have here. Oh yeah. Stacked up, palletized. This is the annex. Nothing gets better with age. Billy's pretty smart. Keeps all his good tin bodies locked up in his barn. The only question is, am I going to get eaten alive by mosquitoes or ticks? Wow. Wow. Lots of good hydraulic snowblowers. Nope, lawn tillers. All kinds of goodies. All sitting outside in the rain. This ain't Arizona or the Mojave Desert. Heavy duty drive. It was hard working. Now it's hard rusting. I know you're watching it, Roadside Dan. I know you are, Gas Sub Wild. I see the comments. I read them all. What a pile of good tin junk. He drove away in one of these at 250,000 miles. No key. Wow. Clean. Only driven to school on Monday. 6.5. Turbo. Paint still shines. Never worked on one of these. Let's see what's under the hood. I think these had a rear-mounted turbo. They came non-turbo well into the 90s. GM put the turbo on in 1991 on the Suburbans. But these went non-turbo for a few years, but this one probably has a turbo in the back. Somewhere over the rainbow. And I've got his phone number. I'm going to send him a text message. Don't call, text. One battery, not even disconnected. Heater control. Maybe that's the wastegate. Let's check the mud. A long transmission dipstick. Oh yeah. Mud. 4L80E, a monster version of the Turbo Hydromatic 400, introduced in 1964. I thought it was 65, but I was wrong. These school buses get used a lot. Who knows what kind of maintenance they get? Regular oil changes, like once every 5 years. Alrighty, GMC, it's the best.